Welcome to another episode of Celestial Do, a place where we explore our inner world, where storytelling and spiritual tools deepen our connection with ourselves and the universe. My name is Rocio Celeste, and this is my soulmate and constant companion, Nuga Cosmico. We are here to share our experiences and open a space for insight and transformation. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey inward. In today's episode, I want to talk about finding or reconnecting with your worth, feeling worthy, seeing your value in case you forgot it, in case life experiences or circumstances made you forget how valuable you are. And for that reason, I'm here today because I've been getting the call to share that no matter what happens to you, you are still worthy. You are worthy of having a beautiful and wonderful life. We came here, yes, to learn, but also to be happy, to experience life with grace and with love. Not everything has to be through suffering. Today, I was very drawn to grabbing this oracle. I have many oracles here on my altar, but for some reason, ever since I woke up this morning, it's like my eye kept like coming back to this oracle. It's like the I am oracle. And I thought, okay, maybe I need to grab it for some reason. Maybe something is happening in me that it's causing me to think that, okay, maybe I'm like doubting my worth, my value. But then I realized, okay, yes, yeah, it might have something to do with me, but also it was about sharing it with you, sharing it with the world. And I got this oracle in Bali. So I thought, okay, not everyone can have access to this oracle because you cannot find it online. And so I thought, or I got the message that I should share it with you in case you are doubting yourself, you are having second thoughts about your worth, your value, your importance in this world, in this universe. It doesn't matter how it happened or when it started. Maybe it started when you were 7 years old and your brother got ice cream, but you didn't. And then that 7-year-old you was like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Or how come I didn't get ice cream, but my brother did? What's wrong with me? I don't count? I don't deserve it? My parents don't look at me, or whoever gave my brother ice cream didn't think of me, didn't think that I wanted ice cream. It could be something as simple as that. Or it could be when you graduated from college and you were very excited to get a new job and you were interviewing, you were getting to all these job interviews, but you didn't get selected, another candidate got selected, and then you started thinking, okay, maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe I'm not as good as the other candidate. And then you started to doubt your worth. You started to think, okay, maybe I don't deserve or I'm not valuable. Guess what? That's not true. Whatever life experiences you had or whatever circumstances caused things to happen a certain way, don't define your worth. You are as worthy as any other human in this world, on this planet. But sometimes it's easy to forget. If you didn't get the job, if your partner left you for someone else, if you didn't get the apartment you applied for because someone else had a better profile, that doesn't define you. That doesn't determine your worth. You're very worthy. And I want you to remember that. Don't take it personal. If you didn't get selected for that specific job, might be because something better is waiting for you. Maybe you weren't gonna be happy in that job. Don't get discouraged. I know it can be easy to forget because life can be very harsh sometimes. So, for this, I want to use this oracle. I got it in Bali a couple of years ago when I went on an inner child healing retreat. When the retreat ended, I stayed on the island for a couple of weeks afterwards. And then I went to this hypnosis session in a huge tent. It was humongous. It was this healing center. And you could just pay for a session. You could choose your session and then go. Well, I chose one that talked about healing your inner child and like through hypnosis and very deep hypnosis. So I signed up for it and I went. We all laid down. There were probably, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 people in the tent. It was a huge, huge tent. And I was in the front row. The facilitator, it was a woman, she started talking. Okay, relax, lay down. And then she just started saying phrases out loud, saying phrases and affirmations, very positive affirmations. And somehow I fell asleep, or I thought I had fallen asleep, but it turns out I wasn't really asleep. I was just in a very deep state of meditation. I was very hypnotized. And I just remember, like, I thought I was asleep, and I just remember one sentence, her voice saying, if you were left alone when you were little, children who are left alone learn that they are not important. And then that phrase was lingering in my mind, in my brain, in my subconscious. Yes, I was left alone a lot when I was little. Yes, I was left alone all day long, even for days in a row. I will be left alone. As young as 5 years old, like my parents had gotten divorced and I stayed with my dad, and my dad will just like leave for the whole day and leave me alone in that house where I had never been before. And it's true, like I learned when I was very little that I was not important. And that day when I was having that hypnosis, out of all the things she said, because she spoke for almost an hour. I mean, the session was an hour long or an hour and a half. First she gave the instructions, then she did the hypnosis, and then we had the debrief. But she spoke for like an hour. Like she gave affirmations for almost an hour. And that's the only thing I remember out of that hypnosis. I'm sure there are other things that stayed in me, but that's the one sentence that I still have in my brain, in my mind. Children who are left alone learn that they are not important. And that was so interesting because I had not realized that I had learned at a very young age that I was not important. Then I was left alone with my younger siblings, and that was probably worse because then I was responsible for them, and that was very scary. It was a very scary thing. But in that center, I went to the bookshop. I mean, coming back to during that hypnosis, she kept on saying affirmations and very positive things to reprogram and replace the negative programming with positive programming. She kept saying positive and beautiful and wonderful things about ourselves. I remember seeing my soul, seeing myself as a very wonderful being, as a very powerful being, just very amazing and very magnetic. And then I saw a couple of people that I really admired. I mean, people that were very confident and they had their own businesses and they were doing their own healing retreats, and they were just so confident, and they will talk to everybody and speak in public and dance and everything. And I was very shy. I I will get very tense when it was time to get up in front of everybody and do a 2-minute performance. I would be very self-conscious and just like being like this, shrinking and thinking, oh my God, no. But during that hypnosis, when the facilitator was saying all those positive things in that very deep state, I was in that very, very deep meditative state. I remember seeing those two people. It was a couple, a guy and a girl, a few years older than me, and I really admired them. But I remember seeing them and me seeing myself equally amazing, just as wonderful as they were. And in my being, in my soul, I was thinking, wow, is it possible for me to be that amazing, to be that wonderful? They are just so gorgeous and so wonderful and so amazing and so confident and so friendly. But during that meditative state, during that hypnosis, I saw myself, I saw my higher self, like almost like an angel, like almost like sitting on top of planet Earth and seeing myself as a very powerful being, as a very magnificent being, so pure and so important and so loved, very loved. And in that, now that I'm saying that, I remember the affirmations including being loved and you being loved by your parents, and it's true. Like, I'm sure my parents love me. They just probably didn't know how to show it, or they were just so buried in their own problems that they didn't have time to show it. And they were just tackling their own challenges in life and their own problems and their divorce and everything. And I came second or third or fourth. I came last. And I never realized that had affected me. That I didn't know how to receive love, and I didn't know that I was worthy of love. That I deserved to be loved and to love. And that's something that friendship helped me with. That trip to Bali. I had been to Bali 8 years ago, many years in the past. But that trip a couple of years ago, that trip 2 years ago to Bali was just very, very healing and very powerful. And friendship is very important when it comes to healing. Friends help you heal. It's therapy. Hugs and all of that. But that's just a brief introduction as to how I got to this topic. And I never thought I was going to share something like that. But that's when I got this oracle. And this oracle kept calling me today. It's like, talk about this, share it. You cannot find it on Amazon. This is not something that you can find online. It really is just in that place. I mean, maybe one day it can be found on Amazon. Back in the day, 2 years ago, and even today, that's not the case. You cannot find it online. You will have to travel to Bali to buy it. And it's the I Am Oracle. I am. I already talked about I am in one of my episodes when I talked about Count Saint Germain, Ascended Master Saint Germain. And I really like the I am concept, because everything that comes after you say I am becomes your reality, becomes your truth. If you say I am sick, well, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna start to feel sick. So you have to be very careful what you say and what you think. And so today I want to share a few affirmations of this oracle with you, so that you can reconnect, realign with your worthiness. In case you forgot, because society can be very harsh sometimes. So I'm gonna open it and I'm just going to read them. They are really one sentence. So I am. Remember, everything that you say after I am becomes your reality. Oh, look at this one. The first one that came out. Let me take them all out. I am love. I am love. Say that to yourself. Repeat it. Next one. I am divine. I am divine. So say that to yourself. I am divine, because you are. Repeat it as many times as you need. Look at yourself in the mirror and say these affirmations to you. You can write them down. You can make a drawing. You can make it colorful. And maybe you can draw your own oracle. Have your own oracle with these affirmations and keep them. Stick them around your house. Maybe write them on a post-it and post them on your walls, on your door, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, in your bedroom. It's easy. It's about having these positive affirmations so that you can remember that you are worthy. I always make the right choice. I see perfection in everything. I am infinite consciousness. I love this one. I am infinite consciousness. Because you are. Yeah, we are infinite consciousness, aren't we? Are we infinite consciousness? We are. I am blessed. I am blessed. Say this to yourself as many times as you need. My dreams become my reality. My dreams become my reality. I am guided by my higher self. I love this one. I love all of them, but I am guided by my higher self. My light is shining bright. In case you forgot. Your light is shining bright. Repeat this to yourself. I forgive myself and others. I forgive myself and others. I am beautiful. Please remember this one. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. Yes, you are too. I am beautiful. Say that to yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror. Even if at first it's uncomfortable, even if at first it's embarrassing, trust me, I've been there. I know what it's like. Maybe you can take a photo of this and put it on your phone as a screensaver. I am one with the beloved. I am present. I am courageous. Yes, you are. I am courageous. I trust and surrender to the current of life. I am a healing presence. This is beautiful. I am a healing presence. I create as I speak. Yes, you do. You create as you speak. Say this. I create as I speak. Say it over and over again. I am playful. I love this one. You all know I'm super connected to the inner child and I'm all about play and joy and having fun. I am playful. So is he. Ano ka, Cosmico? You're very playful too. You're very playful too, yeah. I live in harmony with nature. I live in harmony with nature. I am the creator of my reality. Remember, You are the creator of your reality. I am. I am thriving. Oh, look at this. This is so beautiful. I love the grapes. I am thriving. My mind is sharp and focused. I love my life. In case you are going through a difficult time right now, I mean, we all go through stages in life, right? When there are challenges, whether it's financial or emotional or physical or relational or psychological. We all go through challenges. It's part of life. But remember that life is beautiful and you can say that you love your life. I love my life. Gratitude, right? Being grateful for being alive. I take the most harmonious path. I take the most harmonious path. I manifest my desires easily. I love this, like the little boy with the balloon. I manifest my desires easily. I go with the flow. Going with the flow, it's important too sometimes. We don't have to be too rigid. My vision is clear and true. My vision is clear and true, like the eagles. I am a clear channel for spirit. I release what is no longer serving me. I am birthing the new earth. This is beautiful. We are all birthing that new earth, right? A new earth of love, light, peace, higher consciousness. I am balanced. I love this one. You're gonna say, well, she loves all of them. Yeah, it's true. I love all of them. But yeah, being balanced is important. I am pure, positive energy. We're all energy, pure and positive energy. I am stable and deeply rooted. Look at this tree with roots. I am stable and deeply rooted. I see magic all around me. Oh, this is so beautiful. I see magic all around me. My life is an adventure. It sure is, huh? Yours is too. Your life is an adventure. You're quite the traveler. Yes, you're quite the traveler. You're very adventurous. I live my life to the fullest. I live my life to the fullest. Say that to yourself. Repeat it as many times as possible until it becomes your reality. If you're going through a stage, through a phase where you're feeling down or depressed or nostalgic or sad, repeat this to yourself until you change your reality. Trust me, it can do wonders. I feel peace in my heart. I am resilient. Look at this one. Look at the elephant. I am resilient. This is so beautiful. I take responsibility for my life. This is very important, right? To take responsibility for our own life. I am loved and supported by the universe. Look at this. Look how you are a child of the universe. Baby, right? Child of the universe. My DNA is activating its full potential to heal and rejuvenate my body. Once again, my DNA is activating its full potential to heal and rejuvenate my body. My reality is improving constantly. So nice. I am realizing my full potential. I am joyful. I am grateful for my life. I am free. I have compassion for all beings. I turn obstacles into opportunities. My body is in perfect health. Even if in this moment it's not, repeat this to yourself. Be grateful for your perfect health, and then it will become your reality. I am a miracle. Yes, you are. You are a miracle. The fact that you were born, that you have this physical body, it's a miracle. What are the probabilities of your parents conceiving you? If you think about it, you are a miracle, because it's not, yeah, it sounds easy getting pregnant, but really, if you dig into it, your conception, it's sort of like a miracle. Your development as a fetus. I've always been very amazed at how the human body develops in the womb, and it's like, wow, how does it know when to develop the ears and the eyes and the spine and the heart? How does it know when it's ready, that it needs to come out? How? There's some higher intelligence. There's something there. It's a miracle. I think we are a miracle. So say this to yourself: I am a miracle. You could be somewhere else in a different dimension, yet you are here having this human experience with its ups and downs, with its challenges and obstacles. But still, it's very beautiful. It's so wonderful to be here, to be able to experience the rain, the snow, the heat, the sun, the hugs, the dogs, the food, the chocolate, the coffee. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful? I mean, if that's not a miracle, what is? You are a miracle. And say that to yourself. I am awake in my dream. I like this one. I mean, I'm never aware that I'm awake in my sleep, in my dream, but some people are. I guess I have to say this to myself. But I think this means more like awake in this dream, like this physical reality. It's an illusion, it's a dream. And so to be awake is to be aware that this is a dream. And we are aware of that. I am awake in this dream. Therefore, I choose how to navigate it. I choose how to experience it and how to react to certain situations. That's how I see it. I am awake in my dream. Now, I live a passionate and juicy life. I follow my bliss. I am happy. Everything I need comes to me easily at a perfect time. My world is thriving in peace and harmony. And I love how they put an image of our beautiful planet Earth. It's like the world, but it's also like your world, right? Your inner world. My world is thriving in peace and harmony. I am overflowing with life force. Look at this volcano. So much life force. And you are overflowing with it. I want you to picture that. And I want you to stick to it. You have that life force in you. I am filled with wonder. I am abundant. A lot of you are going to love this one. I am abundant. For people who connect with Hindu goddesses. And we come back to the very first one, which was I am love. And that brings us to the end of the cards. So we went through all of them. This was the first one. I am. And so I just wanted to share those affirmations with you in case you liked one of them, some of them, all of them. Feel free to use them. Feel free to write them for yourself. Feel free to repeat them as many times as possible. If you are having a hard day, if you're struggling to see your worth, if you're thinking that you're not valuable, that someone else is better, if you find yourself comparing yourself with whoever, come back to the positive affirmations. Come back to seeing yourself as the unique and wonderful, unique, divine being that you are. You are worthy. You are loved. And you deserve all the beautiful things that life has to offer. You deserve all the love in the world. Your past, your life experiences, people, society, religion might have separated you from that. And you got completely disconnected from who you were. And here you are thinking that you're not as good as someone else, or that you are not worthy, or that you don't deserve. That's an illusion. That's not true. Come back to you. Come back to your power. Come back to yourself. Repeat these affirmations to yourself. Even if at first it sounds weird, even if at first it sounds like a lie, it doesn't sound true, it doesn't seem right, it doesn't blah, 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 blah. Don't let your mind win. Come back to yourself. Let your higher self guide you. Repeat these affirmations. Pick one and repeat it every day for a week. The next week, pick another one. I am love, or I am happy. Write it on a post-it. Stick it to your front door so that whenever you leave your house and come back to it, that's the first thing you see. I am happy, or I am joyful, or I am abundant, or you pick. You can even create your own positive affirmation. These are just some ideas. You don't have to limit yourself to these statements. This is just a way to start. It's an invitation for you to reconnect with your power, with your beauty, with your worthiness, so that you can remember how valuable you are, how important you are, how divine you are, how unique and loved you are. So I hope you give yourself the gift of positive affirmations. Even if it's one affirmation a day or one affirmation a week, but you repeat it over and over and over until it becomes normal and it's completely natural for you. So if you have to say I am beautiful, if you have to say I am confident, if you have to say I am healthy, if you have to say I am worthy, I am abundant, I am loved, I am friendly, I am happy, you pick. Repeat it over and over again until it becomes your reality. Remember, everything you say after I am becomes true. I hope you found this useful. I hope you found this episode worth it. And I hope you give yourself that opportunity. Let me know in the comments. And remember, you don't have to be embarrassed to do this. You don't have to be shy. If you don't want to tell other people, don't tell other people. Keep it to yourself. Do it for yourself in the morning, in the evening. But do it. Okay? I send you a big hug. Lots of love. Yeah, send them love. Send them kisses. Send them kisses. And we will see you again soon in another episode. Remember, you are so wonderful. You are a miracle. Remember that. Don't let anybody ever doubt you or tell you otherwise. Have a good day, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you soon. We'll be back. Say bye. Say goodbye. Say over there to the camera. To the camera. There. Say bye. Bye-bye. Say goodbye. You send them kisses? Send them kisses.